Hello there, speed duelists. Welcome back to another tournament review. Today we are doing Duel Showdown number 200. A big one in terms of tournament number, not necessarily in amount of players. We had 5 players joining this one. And yeah, these tournaments are free, held every Sunday evening on DuelingBook. So maybe next week you could be part of Duel Showdown number 201. Let's head into the matches. We have a few interesting ones. First match is myself versus Tupac. And, I win the die roll, so I go second. As we can see, I'm on the Heart Magician, and Tupac is on the Battle City Bestie Good Stuff pile featuring Monarchs, so that's cool. I allure. Yeah, I have too many magic rebos, so yeah, banish that one. Special Dark Magician, gonna add 1,000 knives, and a breaker and 1,000 knives are enough to clear the field and attack for game. That's well over 4,000. So a swift game one. Next game, I'm going second. Tupac chose to go first, and they have I accidentally set one thinking I was going first, but yeah, we're fixing that. Tupac special summoning the Joker's Knight, setting Spy, setting 2 back row. I'm gonna special summon the Dark Magician Girl, summon Breaker effect to pop the Quaking Mirror Force, so that is pretty good. And Breaker is sadly gonna attack into Spy, because I'm saying sadly because if Breaker had been able to run over whatever this was, then I could have used enemy controller to get in a quick second win, but alas. Joker's Knight is gonna get over Dark Magician Girl, well, crashing in the end phase gets added back. So yeah, Joker's Knight definitely being a strong card there. I do have Witch, I'm gonna set it, although Book of, or rather Swords of Revealing Light is gonna flip it face up. And here my monsters both get run over, which is gonna search Magic Rebo, so that's nice. But yeah, Battle City Bestie, so every time I use cards or effects on their turn, they do get to draw a card. And over the course of the duel, that adds up. Breaker is gonna shoot the swords. I run over the Spy. Yeah. Still, this Joker's Knight is a menace to deal with. Luckily, I can finally trigger my Magic Rebo, so I'm gonna summon out Dark Magician. And I draw the second copy. Ah, unfortunate. I'm gonna go for Dark Magic Attack. Not yet using it. Yeah, I do have the enemy controller for anything that's potentially summoned off Waking the Dragon, but I think I'm just gonna try to stall it out a bit. Tupac has the tribe, so is able to destroy the Dark Magician. I add Magic Rebo back, and I'm gonna take 1 attack, and that allows me to trigger Magic Rebo, so things are looking up. Bestie gets him another draw. And here I'm gonna Dark Magic Attack, hit the Waking the Dragon. And that allows him to bring out Cyber and Dragon. Now I remember thinking there is a line for a game, but I wasn't seeing it. It was 1 o'clock at night, I was too tired. Let's see, can I find it now? Yeah, because it's just some Gaiku tributed for enemy controller, take the tribe, and then discard 2 to pop both of these. But yeah, there was the Sphere Rebo that I didn't know about, so yeah, that wouldn't have been game. Let's see, summon Kaiku. Yeah. I'm messing up the order as well, because it was always Dark Magician over Joker's Knight and then Kaiku banish it. But yeah, the Sphere Rebo would have done some work there. And here the sphere is used, but as you can see, if I use the enemy controller here to take the cyber ends, that would have been 100 life points short. So yeah. Anyway, Tupac is gonna draw Mobius. I am gonna chain enemy controller. Try to take the cyber end, because 4000 on 22 would be game, or rather on 18 would be game. But they have book, so they can just flip it face down, flip it face up, and there we go. I am able to add back Magic Rebo and drop it, but my life was too low to fend off the Cyber End Dragon. So we're going into game number 3. And again, Tupac starting out with the Spy. That card is just so strong. So strong. Galaxy Cyclone. Gonna hit Waking the Dragon. So they are gonna grab Cyber End Dragon again. I'm gonna try to draw Dark Magician with Allure, but alas. If I had drawn Dark Magician, I would have had game. Because then I can special summon it. Add 1000 Knives. Destroy whatever this is and go for the enemy controller play. But unfortunately not. I'm just gonna be content with Dark Magician Girl, attacking over Spy, and a passing turn. My girl gets ran over. I do have Magic Rebo to protect. Yeah. And let's see here. If Dark Magician attacks over Spy, that is 13. And then Cyber End Dragon over another Spy, that is 28. So I could have had game, but I was I wasn't seeing the lines. Unfortunate. So full back row attacking over the Spy. Opponent summons Descendant, and on summon I'm gonna Book of Moon that. In hindsight, I didn't need to, right? I had my Magic Rebo set up, so could have gone for that potentially. We have Joker's Knight. Yeah, Kaiku banishing Joker's Knight would be really cool, but I'm just not getting there. Tribe Infecting Virus, very dangerous card. I am gonna enemy controller that. But yeah, that just gives him another draw. So yeah, the duel is slowly slipping away from me. Quaking Mirror Force as well. Yeah, swords to flip my guy face up. Destroy it with the tribe. Here they attack with Joker's Knight for game, but I do have the Quaking Mirror Force. Right. So I'm clutching by. Here is Dark Magician special summons. I already used my skill, but I do have Cosmic, or rather Galaxy Cyclone to destroy the swords. But there is another, another tribe. Yeah, definitely a misplay to set that Magic Rebo, I guess. But I wasn't expecting another Tribe Infecting Virus, because it is at limit 3, and I think I saw other limit 3 cards. I'm unsure. So I am just gonna pass it here. There's Quaking Mirror Force, but Grand Mark is the one that gets me. Destroy my Quaking and attacking for game. Very cool. Long first game of the video. Let's head into the top 4, I guess, with Tupac facing off against left-handed Latios. And Tupac was having quite a tournament run. He's paired against Blue Eyes now. Lieutenant Latios grabbing the Blue Eyes with Summoner's Art. Trade-in is going to be incredible here. Monster Reborn for the Blue Eyes. And attacking the Spy. Tupac has the Tribe, so that's going to take care of the Blue Eyes and inflict a lot of damage. Are we going to see a comeback play? We're going to see Monster Reborn on the Blue Eyes. So going to attack over the Tribe. Tupac is going to defend himself with Swords of Revealing Light. But Latios has the Summoner's Art for another Blue Eyes. He's going to use the skill's first effect. So If you control Blue Eyes, destroy all monsters your opponent controls, and your Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack that turn. So that's the first effect, pitching a spell for that. Second effect, pitch a spell to fusion summon, and this Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is unaffected for card effects. So it can just attack through swords. Yeah, Lieutenant Latios taking the first game. Next up, we see Latios opening multiple trade-ins. And the Melody. Okay, so pitching one of the trade-ins, adding 2 more Blue Eyes. Going for that trade-in. Trying Premature Burial to bring back the Blue Eyes. Gonna use the skill, yeah, to pop the monster. Then using the skill again. Yeah, that is all perfectly legal. You can use both skills in the same turn. So the second after the skill for the fusion summon of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. His unaffected attack is gonna connect, and Lieutenant Latios takes this one. So I guess Blue Eyes is slightly better at beating 2-pack than Dark Magician is. Speaking of Dark Magician, we're gonna see Scarlet Nova also on Dark Magician. Oh no, he isn't. He's on the same pile. Yeah, versus El Yusei, who we see all the time on the crazy spell counter deck. Joker's Knight coming out, attacking over the Witch. That is gonna search out Breaker. Yeah. I was gonna say can't it grab Dark Red Enchanter, but that has too much defense. So we're gonna see Legion, that gives you an additional tribute summon. And grabs the Rogue Doll that we've seen as like an Allure of Darkness target. Pitching 2 spell counters to take the tribe out of the hand. Using the skill to give 2 spell counters. That is gonna run into Quaking Mirror Force. Flip the Spy, Special the Spy, Tribute both. For Dark Magician, we're seeing a lot of this guy in this tournament. El Yusei drawing the Dark Renewal, that could be a good comeback card. If Scarlet Nova plays into it, which he will, with Mobius. Okay. Gonna tribute them both to summon Witch. TD Crow takes out the Joker's Knight, so very nice. The Witch is gonna grab Legion again. Things aren't looking good for El Yusei. Yeah, drawing Drag Down. It's a bit of a questionable card in this deck, in my opinion, but yeah. It's being used, so trading in the DD Crow because you just keep losing cards. Here's Allure, drawing into a Dark and a Drag Down, but yeah, I'm not even sure what El Yusei is looking for here. Draws MST, Breaker, yeah. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Drawing a Dark Red Enchanter would have been fire, but sadly not. Allure trying to, sadly not drawing into the combo for the turn 1 hand trip. Scarlet Nova opening the Joker's Knight, tributing it for Mobius. Not afraid of Dark Renewal, and yeah, that just attacks over the Breaker. DD Crow does take out the Joker's Knights, but yeah, again, dead drawing the Drag Down. I'm not sure whether they should be on this card, but yeah. Let's move on to the finals. We're gonna see Lieutenant Latios on Blue Eyes against Scarlet Nova on the Battle City Bestie Monarch pile. Okay, starting things off with Summoner's Arts. Yeah, Latios' deck is flowing pretty well. Melody to grab the other 2 Blue Eyes. Is this game already? Yeah. Reborn for Blue Eyes, using a skill to pop monsters, then using a skill to fusion summon. That's gonna be 1 unaffected Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Whew. Yeah. Gets in for game. Next up, the potential final game of the tournament. See that Latios has another good hand. Oh, yeah, this trade-in is gonna make it even better. So first, Melody for 2 more Blue Eyes. I think if this trade-in draws a revival spell and any other spell, it's game. Yeah. Revival spell, Monster Reborn for Blue Eyes. No, he wasn't quite there yet. Needed 1 more spell, I guess. Or... yeah, he could have pitched Summoner's Art to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with these 3. But yeah, the 3 Kribo is always gonna mess things up. Anyway, Scarlet Nova just passing, so now we're gonna see Lieutenant Latios fusion summoning the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and winning the duel. Okay, it's very exciting, very hyped. Guys, I was Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye.